Hey, what's up everybody? It's me Jordan, and I'm back with another drawing video. This time I'm colouring in the line work for my drawing of Rei from Neon Genesis Evangelion. They couldn't think of a shorter name for that, could they? It is a really cool anime though, so I recommend it. There's the old school version, and then they've made some remakes. I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know how good they are. But definitely check out the old one if you haven't seen it. It's pretty old school, but it's worth it, I think. If you haven't seen the inking video, I'll put up a link for you guys so you can check that out and see how I did the line work for this. It's important to get good line work, so I hope you guys enjoy those inking videos. I try and give some tips in that and help you guys out. But that's enough of all of that. Let's talk about the colouring. So I'm starting off with the skin. Rei has got really pale skin. I tried to keep it pretty pale, but still have some shading in there. I wanted to have a pinkish light source coming from the bottom right hand corner, so you can see a little bit of that coming in on the face, but as the drawing progresses you're going to notice it a lot more, like heaps. I'm putting some soft pastel shavings on top. I always get some people asking. That's what it is, I'm just scraping off soft pastels and blending it with a tissue. I do it all the time. It's pretty much my secret technique, so don't tell anyone, or I will have to kill you. Well, that escalated quickly. We're not even 2 minutes in and I'm already making death threats. I don't think I can make a commentary anymore without it turning weird. So I'm colouring in the black parts of her plug suit. I don't like it when it's solid black, I find that a bit boring. So I go in with some really dark violets first and then build the tones on top of that until it gets really dark. This will give you a bit more depth to it and it won't just look like a flat black surface. Adding more detail in the shading is really going to help you get more of a 3D look, so if that's something you're going for, definitely put a bit more time in the shading and build it up a bit more. Before I go any further with talking about the drawing, I just want to give a thank you and a quick shout out to Ken-kun. For you guys who don't know him, he's got an art channel with lots of anime drawings and that kind of stuff, but recently he kind of figured out that he wasn't really into it anymore. I guess he wasn't really enjoying drawing so much, and he kind of talked about that in his most recent video, I guess, just thanking everyone for the support and yeah, basically just saying his heart wasn't really in it anymore, which is a shame. I mean, he'd built his channel up to nearly 70,000 subscribers, so I mean, obviously lots of people enjoyed his work, but I thought it'd just be interesting to talk about art and enjoying the process of creating art. But I just wanted to thank Ken because he gave me a shout out from out of nowhere. I was just watching the video and then heard my name mentioned in it and I'm like, what? I thought he was talking about someone else, but he was just recommending my channel for some of his viewers, seeing as he's not going to be uploading any art videos anymore. So that was really nice of him, and welcome any Ken-kun fans who might have found my videos from that. Hopefully you enjoy this channel. So I feel like I don't really talk about actually enjoying drawing and creating art. It's something that I feel like doesn't get talked about much. A lot of the attention goes to the actual finished product, if it looks good or not whether you had fun or not drawing it. I just thought this would be an interesting topic. I don't really know where I stand on this, completely honestly, because I've got drawings which I really didn't enjoy doing. One specifically was like a nightmare to finish. I remember staying up really late. It was to do with school and I needed to get it done for a deadline. I spent over 100 hours, I think like well over 100 hours on this piece, and it was pretty much like a living hell making it. Side note, I didn't actually finish it in time. I didn't want to rush it, so I just didn't hand it in and I just had no final artwork. But hey, I finished it in the end. And that ended up being an artwork which I'm really proud of. It's definitely not perfect, but I look at it and it reminds me that I put quality over a grade. It also reminds me of how bad my time management is and how I'm always late to everything. I'm getting all deep when the fact of the matter is I was too lazy to start drawing it earlier. I guess what I'm trying to say, I don't have a stance where I think you need to enjoy everything and you should just be doing stuff you enjoy. Sometimes there can be a pleasure in the pain. That kind of just makes me sound weird. But like everything, I think it just comes down to a balance. There's got to be some enjoyment in it, otherwise you're probably wasting your time. Whether that comes from fulfillment after you create something, or you feel like you're expressing yourself through your artwork, or just the enjoyment that comes from drawing lots and lots of blood. Jordan, stop being a weirdo. But seriously guys, You've got to find some form of enjoyment in it, because if you don't, you're just going to burn out. But on the flip side, enjoyment can come from lots of practice as well. As you see your artwork improve, more enjoyment can come. I kind of think that we tend to enjoy things we're good at. So if you're good at certain sports, you generally enjoy playing them. I mean, there's exceptions to this, but getting good at something can definitely make you enjoy it even more. That's kind of how I feel about my drawing. I feel like as I've learnt more, I've begun to enjoy it more because I'm less stressed about stuffing things up. I'm not so harsh on myself. I don't doubt myself as much. Overall, I just have a lot more fun creating artwork now, and I think a part of it is actually sharing my artwork with you guys. I think we all create artwork basically for other people to see it as well. A lot of us don't just draw because we want to look at it. There's actually part of it that we want to share with a bunch of people. So social media gives you that chance. Also, it gives you a chance to compare yourself to lots of other artists. And this can be good, but it can be bad if you do it in a negative way. What I mean by that is there's always so many amazing artists out there, and if you're constantly comparing yourself and thinking that your artwork is trash compared to them, that's not going to help you out. That's just going to make you not want to practice anymore and give up and move on to something else. So the main message I'm trying to send here is to just have fun with it, donate to charity, be a nice person, help the homeless. Yeah, well, okay, you get what I'm saying. Just have fun with your artwork. Don't compare yourself too much to others because they've probably been practicing for a lot more than you have. You can get there eventually if you stick with it. But that's enough rambling for one video. I've been going on for way too long. I think I'm going to be a really great old annoying grandpa when I get older, just with all these stories that keep going. And the kids will be like, just please stop. We don't even care. Just give us our birthday money. Moving on, I want to talk a bit about the drawing because I am up to my favourite part, and that is adding the blood. Originally, I wasn't sure if I wanted to add the blood. It didn't necessarily need it, but I so badly wanted to put it in because I just enjoy doing it, and I think it adds the extra detail. The idea of this drawing was originally to have the smoke kind of coming up to make it look like she'd just been in a tough battle, like she's all messed up. So in that situation, the blood makes perfect sense. You know, I'm not just some crazy person who always draws blood in every picture. This time it actually makes sense, guys. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Now we're moving on to the final highlights. To finish it all off, I think this one turned out pretty cool and it's going to look nice framed up. I'm actually thinking of getting some prints done of this, so if anyone's interested, let me know or send me a message or something, then I can kind of gauge how many to get done. They'll all be hand signed and really good quality. I've just had a bunch of people asking if they can buy my artwork, and at the moment you can't, so I thought it was about time that I actually start selling some prints and making some of my artwork available to you guys if you enjoy it. But that's the end of this video. If you want to keep up to date with my artwork, follow me on Instagram. I post lots of stuff there, and the quality of the photos is so much better than my scanned photos which I post on here, which look terrible. So follow me there and you can see my artwork. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, it'd be much appreciated. And like always, I will catch you guys next week in next week's drawing video. YouTube, and what I enjoy about watching other artists as well when they show the whole process, because with these artworks you see them when they're finished a lot of the time on Instagram, and you don't really have any idea of what actually goes into the artwork itself. So it's kind of cool sharing that with you guys, and hopefully you enjoy that.